So I finished mowing my lawn at my mom's house, and I come back, so I go on, the YouTube and whatever. And a YouTuber I enjoy, The Jan, you might know him, he made a video, 3 videos, about Ready or Not being massively review bombed by people who are mad at the censorship. And you know what, I'll just roll the clip.
If you happen to be employed and you know about Ready or Not and you like Milsim games and you don't know about why they are getting review bombed, then please let me explain that to you. They're getting review bombed by the unemployed.
I know employed people who are negatively reviewing the game.
Because censorship. I know the comments are going to be filled with people raging at me which haven't seen grass or a paycheck in the last year. I'm going to show you the censored version only. It's really just 6 things that they changed.
I'm going to make this point throughout the entire video, but I don't care what was censored or how many things were censored. It's that they're censoring the game in general.
Was a level with a girl that was, let's say dancing in her sleep. You know what I'm saying? She had a little bit too much of the candy that she shouldn't be having.
I understand you don't want to get demonetized and crap, but I think that's even worse than saying the stuff you just said. I'm pretty sure that's worse than them censoring, because you're kind of just downplaying the fact that she overdosed on drugs.
Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to get that lingo out there so we don't get this whole video. It is messed up, but now she's sleeping. Whoop-de-doo. It takes away the immersion, bro. She's sleeping. Who cares?
It's not immersion breaking because of her not convulsing. It's because if you look around the room, there's like drawings, and it's the only somewhat well kept room in the game. But now her just sleeping kind of downplays the fact that her life has been truly messed up.
The hillbilly that was Donald Ducking a ghillie suit. So you saw the little hot dog swinging around. Now he has underwear. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
This is the point I kind of agree with, because the guy isn't as relevant as the other 2 people. But his last point that I just covered and his next point are, in my opinion, a lot more egregious. The fact that they're censoring it.
The transportation of human beings of my opposite gender that have not really wanted to be there are now wearing underwear instead of not. It's always the gooners. It's always the unemployed.
I don't think a human trafficker would give someone the common courtesy of clothes.
Anyways, we're halfway through the changes. Can you believe it? Halfway already. This is all that it took for people to lose their shit. The police informant who is there in his birthday suit now has underwear on. Like, I cannot believe that the internet, that this community, you know what? That's the Milsim community. I think 80% of the Milsim community actually values the whole strategy and slow, realistic-ish type of movement and the thought process behind it. And the other 20% are just yeah, let me LARP the thing that I saw in the news because I have nothing else going on in my life.
If you're part of that 80% that just wants to play a Milsim game, then you shouldn't be playing Ready or Not, because you should know that this game is supposed to be about atrocities and bad things that people do. It's not just another military shooter like Call of Duty or whatever. I'm pretty sure that the description of the game says Ready or Not is an intense tactical first-person shooter that depicts modern-day world in which SWAT police are called to defuse hostile and confronting situations.
Calm down. Last but not least, there were photos of the audience of a Minecraft YouTuber, and it said that, though the prompt showed that it was whoopsie doopsie, bad, bad, bad. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? But you do see some little documents and stuff like that, and then report photographic evidence. So no mentioning of what it first was. And this breaks people immersion.
This change makes no sense, though, because first off, there's a lot worse things in the game than just words. But also, even in the level itself, there's worse things. So I see literally no reason for this change, because it's, in my opinion, quite pointless.
I will get so much hate for this, and I do move around in the Milsim community, so I will be called out, and I don't give a shit. The real fundamental of this game is that gameplay loop, okay? And then you can, like, perfect it by doing a level on, like, S tier or A tier, and you know what I'm saying? That's the fundamental of the game. These things are not the fundamental of the game.
Alright, here's his next video.
I did not expect to go viral on a video like that. I genuinely did not know that there were so many people that actually agreed with my hot take. I thought it was a hot take, and really it was, because no one else was talking about the, like, being siding with the developer here. But wow. All right. And you guys are positive about it, dude. I got a couple threats in my DMs, but that shouldn't ruin our fun, right? You guys actually are mostly positive. Wild. Did not expect that. But there's one problem. I haven't finished the game yet. I feel like if I want to talk about a game like that, I should at least finish it before I can really speak my mind about the immersion. Now, this is already post update, but let's just put it like this. The reviews on it are now mostly negative. If I play the game now, and at the end of my playthrough, that I will live stream, by the way, is going to be positive, then I'll put a positive review up there, and then I can officially say that the censorship still immersed me. Like, I was immersed in the game even when the wieners were covered up. Huh? Let's put this thing to the test.
I'm not saying you can't enjoy the game. I still enjoy the game, for that matter. However, it's a principle that if once they start censoring one thing, they're probably going to start censoring more stuff. And then, like, I don't know, Ready or Not 2, it's going to be with Nerf guns. And they're all shooting just nothing. And his last video, which I commented on.
Dear unemployed Ready or Not PC players, I have a message. While you were blinded by rage, I have found a comment from the community manager of Ready or Not stating the following. Someone asked, will it be possible to bring back everything you're gonna remove from PC using mods? The community manager here says, yup! Exclamation mark. You can just mod everything back in. Ha! Who would have thought? Who would have thought at a PC game you could mod it?
But it seems that the original vision for the game was it being a brutal, hyper-realistic first-person SWAT simulator. But now that they're adding it to consoles, for some reason they're censoring it, probably for more money. But a lot of the people that bought the game didn't buy it just for it to be censored later. Why do you think people are getting refunds for it, even though they have bought the game a long time ago and played it for a long time?
In a game that was already very much involved in the modding community. Boy, oh boy, the more you know. I hope that was enough information for you to stop review bombing a game that is very solid and tries to make more, let's call it success over on the console.
First off, I like watching this guy's videos, like his Elden Ring stuff I liked. But, like I said in the beginning, it's not what they're censoring, it's just that they're censoring. Because you can still enjoy the game, but as they always say, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. And if we just let them censor it, they're probably gonna censor more stuff for the sake of just more money, which is very bad, let's just say.
Side of things, because the console players also want to play this awesome game.
Which they'll be able to do, but like most console games, compared to the PC version, they're going to be playing a worse version of the game, which is just not fair. I use my computer. I'm a PC person through and through, but I think that people that buy consoles shouldn't be left out from the fact that we can have a better version of the game. I mean, at that point, just buy a computer if you want to play the good version.
There's nothing wrong with that. And you should support it. Say it with me. Support it. Well done. Well done. Now go back to your goon cave.
Like I said, you can still enjoy the game with the censorship. However, if you enjoy it more with the censorship, that's also fine. But I'd rather have a mod censor the game instead of having to get a mod to uncensor the game. Because if you buy a hyper-realistic first-person SWAT simulator, and then they remove something that makes it a hyper-realistic SWAT simulator, that is going to feel like you got ripped off. Because they are actively removing content from the game. That is removing content. And that is unjust and not necessary, because games like Outlast, some things they got their willy out. But like in Cyberpunk, there are literal scenes of intercourse. So what's the point on censoring that game if those games, which are also on console, even Cyberpunk and Outlast, they're even on the Switch, the family-friendly console, whatever. It's not anymore. But what's the point of censoring your game if they didn't have to censor their game? And like I said, you can still enjoy it. And last words, it's not what they're censoring. It's just the fact that they are censoring in general.